Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Don't Write Back Show. I am here with the fellas.
Hello.
Hi.
How y'all doing? What's up?
I'm tired, but I'm good.
We do want to say we apologize for if there's some terrible audio. We have a fan on in this room because it's terribly hot.
And we sound like shit.
We might sound like
all
shit.
the time.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
The majority of the time.
The general consensus.
80% of the time, all the time. Right.
60% of the time, it works every time.
So Michael, what have you been up to?
Well, it looks like Doug remembered something.
I know. Let's hear it.
Before we were recording, we were talking about the love. Like, I love love. I just love love. Pretty sure I just realized where I was getting the quote from was Supernatural.
Oh.
It's the fucking Cupid episode. And the fat dude in the diaper. And I think they accused him of like killing people because they were falling in love so much that they were basically eating each other. Cannibals. Turned out to be Famine, one of the horsemen. It was that season.
Nah.
See, I've seen so much Supernatural, it was embedded into my memory. It just took a while to get to the surface.
Fair enough.
It's on the tip of the tongue and the teeth and the lips. No? Bang a gong, get it on.
All night long. Oh, shit.
That was the rocker.
Was it?
And that was your ass.
His ass turned into a screamo singer.
He just... God, he just raised the temperature in the room by 5 degrees.
It's that methane.
Methane. Everybody's getting lightheaded over here.
Cows and Richard are bad for the ozone layer.
Anyway, sorry to cut you off and derail it. Michael, how you been?
I've been good. Been tired, but been good. Yeah. Been a busy couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Since the last time we did a video,
Yeah.
one of us got married.
It was Richard.
Richard got married.
Congratulations.
What's his name?
Jeff Hardy.
It's Doug.
Yeah.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. No, Doug got married.
I did.
We were all there.
Yeah, we were all there.
Yeah, it seems like I was there.
If it wouldn't have been such a hectic time getting ready, we could have done a pod.
Yeah,
Well,
that room was set up for it.
It
Yeah.
was. It was a very nice place. Very nice room.
It was.
we just
about pulled a Donald Trump. It was the best room. I've never seen a room as beautiful as this room.
it had a wall.
Yeah, it had a wall. it had a table.
It had
The
a shower.
most beautiful table I've ever seen.
It had a shower. The shower was nice. I'm kind of jealous.
The shower was awesome.
All of us could fit in it.
We could have.
We could have partied.
So you guys should have seen the shower at the cabin that we stayed at in Broken Bow. It had 2 shower heads in it.
Ooh, nice.
And a seat, like a bench that you could sit down in. But it had a shower head on each side of the shower. Met in the middle.
Nice.
How many showers did you take?
A few.
I would have just been in the shower the whole time.
I took 1 bath just because the bathtub was big enough that I could actually sit down in it. And like I haven't had that experience to comfortably sit in a bathtub since I was like 14. I've always been too big. By the time I sit down in it and get enough water in it to where it's full, I'm not completely submerged in the pool or in the tub.
I can see the gears turning.
I do like to soak in the tub, all right? Loosen up the muscles.
I figured there was a joke coming.
Oh,
Well,
probably.
no, I just had this like
mental image.
This mental image of Doug getting up out of
Tub.
a tub, and there being like no water in there.
Basically. I'd fill our tub up like halfway, and then I'll like when I need to soak my legs and stuff and my back, and like as soon as I lay down, the water goes straight to the top, and it's just like playing with that line about to go all into the floor. And if I like one time I sneezed and just water went everywhere, I was so pissed. I was like, fuck, I can't move.
Don't move.
This isn't soaking.
Last time I soaked in the tub, I was reading a pretty good book.
Was it Harry Potter?
It was not Harry Potter.
Dang.
So before Ollie was born, I was taking baths pretty regularly. Every other day, I would go soak because I was hurting at work a lot.
Yeah.
And I was reading The Fellowship of the Ring, and that was the furthest I ever got into that book. And then I didn't finish it. And I was kind of sad about
Did
that.
you ever finish the audiobook yet?
I did. I'm actually on Return of the King, but I ran out of hours because Spotify only gives you so many hours of free audiobook. And then, unless you bought it, I didn't buy the book. Yep. So once I get through it, that is on my to-do list. I want to buy all 3 Lord of the Rings audiobooks because they're pretty good. Andy Serkis did a good job. But yeah, this last time I was reading whatever Shawn Michaels' last book was. I forget what it's called. Wrestling for My Life, I think. It's more of his religious journey than his actual wrestling journey, but it's Shawn Michaels, so I'm gonna read it.
Of course. Have you had her watch Heartbreak and Triumph yet?
Not yet. I mean, she watched.
I ask this like every other month.
Yeah, she watched SummerSlam with me this week, and she watched a good chunk of Monday Night Raw last night.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Love the Judgment Day stuff.
It's pretty great.
It is.
So, how was Broken Bow?
It was awesome. I know you keep saying that we should all like go on vacation together and go to Disney, but
We should.
I think as a group we would have a lot more fun like in a random fucking cabin, especially when it's not hot outside.
I'm down with that.
What's
Also-
there to do?
Chill in the fucking cabin. So we got a couple's cabin. So it had a hot tub on the back patio. There was a fireplace and a TV on the back patio.
Ooh, that's cool.
And there was a bed swing. So you just shit yourself.
How about a mood killer?
Yeah, a little bit. So
That one kind of hurt.
there's a bed that was held up with like 4 chains, like an actual. So it was nice, but you couldn't really go straight back and forth. You kind of go in circles. So like she kept getting nauseous every time we'd be out there watching a movie.
What movie did you watch?
Dude, we watched all kinds of shit. I watched the Peanut Butter Falcon, Shia LaBeouf's newest movie.
yeah.
The wrestling one. It's the kid with Down syndrome that breaks out of a old people home to try to go become a wrestler. It had the dude that was Clint from Spider-Man 3, Sandman.
Oh, yeah.
And he actually had the same. Yeah, he actually had like his name was Clint in this movie too, which was weird.
It's odd.
But and then I had Jake the Snake Roberts and Mick Foley in it. Mick Foley was the ref.
I love Mick Foley.
Assuming you guys probably don't want to watch it, Shia LaBeouf gets hit in the head with a baseball bat at a wrestling show.
Dang.
And then they frame it to where you think he's dead. And then he wakes up in the back of a car at the very last scene. Like, oh. She's like, "This is sad. I don't want to watch this anymore." I was like, "Well, it's over." And then he raises up, and she's like, "Oh, he's still alive. I thought he died." We watched that.
Got the Negan treatment.
We watched was the Wedding Ringer
Oh, yeah.
with
Chris-
Josh Gad
Yeah.
and Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah.
We missed about half of it because we couldn't hear it. And I was in between, like, we were hanging out in the hot tub, and I was grilling steaks, going back and forth, and you can't hear over the bubbles, dude. The TV was all the way on the other side of the freaking porch.
What a shitty design.
I'm sure everybody else in the that was on that area of the mountain probably could hear our TV because I had it turned all the way up.
Nice.
So we watched that. We watched one of the newer Ghostbusters I'd never seen because I don't watch any of them. It was one of the ones with Paul Rudd, though.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. I watched Mean Dads or Old Dads. It's called Old Dads. It was pretty funny. Really messed up, but pretty funny. And then I started watching every inspirational sports movie that I could find.
Waterboy?
So was this stuff
No,
already...
I was watching ones that I hadn't seen before.
Oh.
What were you going to say?
Did you have to put in your information to watch, like, Hulu, stuff like that?
Hulu, no. They offered Hulu Plus live TV at the cabin that was already logged in. Anything else we had to log into, so like Netflix and stuff. We logged into Netflix in the living room because it was the only TV that wouldn't let us like SmartCast from our phone.
Gotcha.
Every other TV, like out on the patio and stuff, we just used our phone and cast it to there.
Gotcha.
We watched If.
It's pretty good.
Yep. So I finally got to see that because it's on Prime or
It's might be
Max.
I
Or
thought
Paramount.
it was
It was on Paramount.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew it was on one of the streaming services, so we watched it. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. So yeah, watched a lot of inspiration. I watched the one about the Arkansas football player that.
Grader?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I love that movie.
Very sad though.
Brandon Burlsworth?
Yeah. Watched that one. Watched The Hill. About the baseball player. Watched what was that other one? It was a football movie too. Dude for Texas. You'll know him probably, just because you have a wealth of college football knowledge.
Trying to think.
He basically was like undersized defensive player, and became kind of the heart and soul of the team, and then make it all the way to, was it might have been the national championship game or whatever bowl game it was that year. But anyway, he was having so much leg pain that they finally made him go get it checked out. And when he got it checked out, it ended up being cancer, and he lost his leg.
That's terrible.
They took off the whole leg, and then a few years later he died.
I've never seen this movie.
It's called My All American, I think. It's on Netflix.
Oh.
I'm blanking on his name. It was a really good movie though, and he was apparently a really good football player. It made no sense to me though, because they said it in like 2014, I think, where they were interviewing one of the coaches. But I guess the guy was supposed to be Mac Brown, maybe. I don't know, because Mac Brown gone by 2014?
I want to say yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Charlie Strong at that point.
Freddie Steinmark?
Freddie Steinbacher. Steinmark.
I've never heard of him.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess they got a monument to him in their locker room, and they touch it before every game.
At first, when you were telling the story, it sounded kind of like Rudy.
Yeah. Until he got cancer and died.
Yeah, until you said that it took like a real fucking Brian song turn.
Yeah. So, watched The Long Game, I think is what it was called. Basically, if there was a based on true story movie that had Dennis Quaid in it on Netflix, I was going to watch it.
Oh,
except for the fishing one. I didn't.
You're
watch
a fan of Dennis Quaid?
The Rookie I watch multiple times a year, and I don't even like baseball. So.
You like that Great Balls of Fire?
Never seen it.
Is that the ping pong movie?
Best Balls of Fury.
That's what. I don't think that one's based on a true story.
It may not be called Great Balls of Fire, but it was about Jerry Lee Lewis, and Dennis Quaid played Jerry Lee Lewis.
Really? I need to find it then. I need to watch it. What sport?
What is it?
What sport is it?
Oh, that's not a sport. It's just a movie about Jerry Lee Lewis's life.
No,
He marries his cousin and then gets kicked out of England for it. And he's like, England, you kiss my ass.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good movie, though. I like it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't seen it. Music movie.
Oh, it is. Okay. I was like, I don't know who Jerry Lee Lewis is.
Great Balls of Fire, Doug.
makes sense now.
Old, like, rockabilly type shit.
Yeah.
Rockabilly.
I don't know, man. It was fun though. And like, so they got a cabin up there that is Harry Potter themed.
Oh, really?
It's called King's Cross Station, I think.
Is that one you're going to stay at?
It's the one I want all of us to go stay at because
I like
it sleeps 23.
Damn.
So it's way bigger than, unless I can get like all my family to go, it's way bigger than for us to go by ourselves.
Think of all the podcasting we could do.
It's true.
One in every room.
We could do music stuff. We could do podcasting. We could do some game streaming. There's stuff for the kids to do, places for them to play. They got 2 or 3 different mini golf places around that town.
Mini golf.
And we went there. She really liked it. She's like, we'll have to like go mini golf more often. It's like the closest place I know is Tulsa. That's the thing that sucks.
Tulsa.
I like that mini golf place.
I can't remember what that place is called. All-Star
or something.
The All-Star one, yeah.
Yeah, like that one's pretty good, but it's just I just hate that I gotta go that far.
Yep.
Just to play mini golf. So they had a couple of those. They had a place called what was it called? Gutter Ball or something. It was a bowling alley, but it only had 6 lanes.
Oh, yeah.
And it had like all kinds of other entertainment there.
Was it
ages.
regular size bowling or was it like the miniature bowling?
I think that was regular size bowling, but it was just they for being supposed to be a bowling alley first. They only had 6 lanes, and then they had like pool tables, and I think they probably had like music and stuff. They had like a bar and a restaurant and everything, and it was really close to where our cabin was. We didn't stop because they said you need to reserve a lane because there's only 6.
Yeah.
And it looked packed every time we drove by it.
You know, I went bowling here in town not too long ago, and there's a kid who's in there, and the kid's like a fucking prodigy. Like, he was playing next to us, and I think his parents own it or work at it or something. But this kid, I'd probably say he's like 12 years old. He rolled like fucking 12 just strikes in a row. Yeah, and he was doing the thing where he'd like wouldn't put his fingers in the holes. He would have it to the side, and he could get the crazy spin and action on it. I was like, this kid's good. I felt like shit playing next to him.
There's a guy we used to work with that claims to be a really good bowler, but I've never seen him, so I can't attest to that.
Yeah.
He talked about it, and
He talked about it constantly.
I want to say he said he was over 200, which is good. Maybe not like competition winning good, but like
better than
good enough
we've
to
seen.
good enough to be in there. I've never gotten close to 200. I think my best score is probably like 150, 160.
That day I was ready to put the fucking bumpers up because I was doing so
gutter ball every other throw.
I was gonna get the bumpers and then put the get the ramp thing that the little kids used.
We should do that sometime. We should all go
I was going to
bowling.
mention that.
Go bowling.
I freaking love bowling. I'm not great at it. I used to be pretty good because Mom used to be in a bowling league, and she'd let me bowl at the end of the night. But I mean, that was years ago. I think we went once.
We went with
like a group of friends.
Yeah, from work.
There was like a lot of us there.
Yeah.
And I didn't do great. I did okay. I went a few times since then. Did a lot better.
I went with Megan and her work before she worked at Our Best. We went. Was it? Maybe it was our. Maybe it was. Maybe it was with our best. Anyway, they said I did really good, and I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I don't care if I'm good or bad, as long as I'm doing close to what everybody else is doing.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I
As
want
long
to be
as
doing
with the
better,
pack,
but
yeah.
as long as I'm, not way off.
Sometimes if I'm fucking up too bad and going into the gutter every time, I'll just walk up and set the ball down and then just barely push it. And then just let it roll as slow as it can all the way down.
I know one time I went, I was like, I wasn't doing great, but I started like throwing it like through my legs and
Oh yeah.
throwing it backwards and shit. It might have been the time I went with when we all went as a big group.
Yeah.
I think a few people started doing that, so I started doing that. And then I would bowl left-handed for a while. I was actually doing pretty good left-handed. That surprised me. But
I wish bowling in real life was as easy as it was on the
Wii bowling,
Wii.
I know.
Yeah.
I was a
Dude,
pro on
yeah.
Wii bowling.
That was like the first thing
I wouldn't even have to do
went
the
pro at.
motion. I could just do it like I was casting a fishing pole. Like,
Flick it. Just flick it.
yeah.
One-
Swish and flick.
The one game on the Wii Sports that pissed me off the most was golf.
Oh yeah.
Golf
Yeah.
was annoying, but I hated baseball.
I hated boxing.
I got really good at baseball though.
I liked boxing. I hated baseball.
I was okay.
It was just
at
always
boxing.
it was always a fly out almost every time I hit it.
Yeah.
I struggled getting home runs.
I remember whenever Robin got a Wii for the first time, we were in high school and we went over there and we would stay over there for hours playing baseball. Hours.
I remember she got me SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, and we went straight to her house, and me and Boomer did like an Inferno match. Kicked my ass.
And then he retired.
And then he retired. Probably that seems to be his thing. He gets scared.
It's not about being scared.
Oh, you're scared.
Just
My
like
skills are
Quidditch.
unmatched.
Quidditch is coming out in September.
My skills are unmatched, sir.
You say unmatched, but you're too scared to have them tested again.
I'm like what 10-0 against you.
Are you going to play him in Quidditch when it comes out?
I'm not gonna download it.
You'll be over here. We can play it.
We play it and we can record it.
We can stream it.
Well, see, he has a download code for the beta.
Yeah, I missed it though. It was over the weekend. I didn't do it. So I did get access to, like, I could have been one of the beta testers. I had 2 opportunities and I missed them both.
Damn it.
And I don't think they'll do a third one because the game's about to drop. So,
We'll see. We'll see.
You're gonna
and
come
if you
out of
don't believe
retirement
me,
for it.
you can look at my Steam account and see that
Oh,
it's
I
not in there. That's a lot of work, and we're kind of lazy.
It's a brand new game, so it won't be considered the same thing.
Yeah, if it would have let me try the beta on like PS5, where I could have downloaded it and done it that way, I would have done it. But I don't even remember the password to my Steam account. I don't even know if it's on that computer anymore because I had to like
You
reboot
redid
it.
everything.
So
Well, didn't you do that because somebody like went through our somebody like hacked our Twitch account?
Twitch, yeah, we like lost every follower on Twitch
It was
like overnight.
nuts.
So
Sounds like a real asshole.
yep,
Yeah.
whatever happened, it.
We
made
just
me
never
upset.
we
We
never
never
got
made a
back
new
in.
Twitch or nothing. That's why we switched to YouTube for gaming.
And we haven't even done that in a long while either.
Oh, it's been several months. I couldn't even tell you the last game we played together.
I can.
What was it?
Final Fantasy VIII.
No.
Yeah.
That's the last one we finished, I think. It's not the last game we played together.
Then it was The Hobbit.
Yeah, The Hobbit. I don't even think that one made it to...
No,
Like,
we started to. Oh,
The
we
audio
finished.
was screwed up.
Yeah,
I beat it on my own just so I would know
what to do?
what to do so we could go back and do it again. And then we were playing Lord of the Rings Return of the King on
We
Xbox.
never beat it either.
No, but we weren't streaming it yet. We were just getting back in the swing of that game before we started streaming it.
And then
We didn't want people watch us
suck.
for the entirety of the game. Because it's funny, but then it's boring, like really fast. So,
Our favorite level. Southern Gate.
It's awesome.
I'm pretty good at it.
Well,
Yeah, it's just a big open map with like a shit ton of orcs.
we were better back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Because we could like hit that perfect and just go on a rampage.
I did it
back to back. To
I know I did
back
it
to
one
back.
time where I was playing by myself, and I got obviously every kill,
Yeah,
but I did every kill as a perfect kill.
yeah.
I didn't have a single fair or good or anything excellent. I would just counter, hit R2, go into perfect mode, and kill them until it went away.
Yep.
And then Aragorn's always my guy.
Legolas.
I like using Gandalf too, but I feel like that's like overpowered.
It's OP.
It's OP because he's got
You like
magic.
using Faramir too, don't you?
Yeah, because he's close to Aragorn as you can get. Without your eyes getting wet. I'm all Greg.
Red.
We're not muted. No, we're not muted.
No, that,
Oh, thank
Just that
you.
one channel.
I was about to say, oh dang.
just to keep it from making noise.
We'd have to go with the camera audio at that point.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's picking up the fan pretty good.
Pretty good. It'd be alright though. I'm not entirely miserable yet. It is
No.
warm.
It is,
Um,
but it's better in here than it was earlier.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
I guarantee you
listening
that.
a little bit. So
Doug, how you been? No.
that was the first plot point. We didn't even get through everybody. I went on a tangent. So we should talk about the subject that we love and most people don't like to hear us talk about.
Football?
It's football.
Yeah. The last few videos we've done about football have just been like god awful.
Every
Foot
video
bombs.
we've done about football bombs. So if you guys don't like listening to us talk about football, maybe fast forward the video.
You're gonna jump forward.
At least jump forward 10 minutes. Because this might be 10 minutes.
Might be more. Who knows?
I mean, you can jump 5 and check, but if you hear the words Kansas City or Mahomes, then no, we're still talking about it. Because that's what I talk about a lot.
It's about all he talks about.
So, let's start with way too early Super Bowl predictions.
Way too early Super Bowl predictions.
Yeah.
Way too early.
Wow.
I think I know mine, but I want to hear what you guys say first. I'm not as confident as I was last year. Last year, I predicted the Chiefs beating the Niners before the season ever started, and I actually got that right, and it was a miracle because I thought they were going to lose several times. I wasn't even sure they were going to make it.
I'm gonna make the big bold statement this year.
Yep.
Let me.
Tampa Bay all the way, baby.
Ooh.
Give it to Baker
Baker is gonna get the Bucks the
Maker.
Super Bowl.
Bayfield.
Who's going to be the AFC team?
Don't matter.
Don't matter.
The Browns.
Baker's got it, baby.
He's like, it's the Browns.
That'd be
He's
poetic
gonna
justice.
Right?
beat the brakes off the Browns.
I hate that just because that means the Browns had some success.
They made it to a Super Bowl.
It fucked the Browns.
I can tell you.
Other
yeah.
than Nick Chubb.
Yeah. Everybody loves Chubb.
Everybody loves Chubb.
I just wish he would go somewhere else before his career's over because he doesn't have long.
Nah.
Like, he's a beast, but his production, like the way he plays, plus his injury history, it's just not looking like he's going to have very many more, like, superstar years.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him go be a Chief running back. Take that
It could happen.
Take that pay cut. Or more realistically, there's two teams I would love him to go to, and they're both in the NFC. And one team I hate, but I love the player there, so I'm okay with it. So first team, Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see him go run in Detroit with the style that they have now.
Yeah.
He would fit it. He would be great. I think he'd be very successful there.
I think so.
The other one would be follow Baker to the Bucks, just because I like Baker. I hate the Bucks. I've never been a Bucks guy. I remember I got pissed off one time because we went into Reezer's and we put quarters into the little machine and turned it over and got the NFL stickers. And one of you guys got a Buck sticker and put it on the back of my truck, and I was pissed.
It wasn't me.
I think it was Michael, actually.
It probably was.
I was like, you fuckers. Because I peeled it off, and it left all the, like, paper residue on it. And it's still the shape of the Bucks flag. And I was like, damn it. I think I was more upset that my truck was, like, brand new than the fact that it was a Buck sticker. I bet if we went out there, it's probably part of the sticker's probably still on the back of the truck. Never could get it off. But yeah, I'd like to see him go there and play with Baker again because they were a pretty good duo.
Oh yeah,
And
I'd like to see that.
he could always use another weapon.
Definitely.
So, who'd you come up with?
Oh man,
Are you picking the pack?
I am not picking the Packers.
Go Pack, go!
Because I'm still not sold on Jordan Love,
J-E-T.
Mr. Overrated.
Jets.
Yeah, I'm going for the Jets.
No, I'm
Aaron
not
Rodgers.
going for the Jets.
Aaron Rodgers, baby.
Nope.
If it's not the Bucks, it's gonna be Rodgers. And he's gonna be MVP.
It's gonna be neither.
Who's it gonna be?
Go Jets.
I'd like to see the Bucks go. I'll say that. But there's another high quality quarterback that just went into the league.
Just went into the league.
Uh,
Are you
I'm
going
going for the Patriots.
You think the Patriots?
Drake May,
This
baby,
isn't who
all the way.
This isn't who you're going for. This is who's winning the Super Bowl.
I am picking Drake May.
he's picking the Patriots. No.
Who are they gonna beat?
Who are they going to beat?
Yeah.
Boomer, they're not even going to win that division. They're not even going to win that.
They're not even gonna make
They're
the
not gonna make
playoffs.
that.
They're not even gonna be a wild card.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean,
It's
fair
just,
enough.
it's
but-
insane predictions, right?
well, I wasn't going insane. I said way too early.
The Patriots have to go against the Jets, who are going to have Aaron Rodgers back.
Yeah, but
they're
Aaron
gonna go
Rodgers-
against loaded Miami offense.
Well, Miami.
and the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
the Bills
scraping
aren't
the bottom
doing
of
so
the barrel.
hot, man.
No, they're not.
And then I think the
they still got
Dolphins are-
Josh Allen.
Yeah, but who's a quarterback with nobody else?
He'll just run it in, I guess.
Yeah, he
I
can,
mean,
he
Tebow
can
did
throw
it.
it to himself.
Throw it to himself. So who are they beating? So I can give mine.
I'm just gonna say, who are they beating?
They're
The Niners.
You went with the Niners.
Oh,
Man.
he's a big fan of McCaffrey.
Nah, yeah.
He has won me a
I'll tell you.
fantasy league.
I'll tell you, the receiver series on Netflix has just made me love George Kittle even more. And I hate it because I hate the Niners. I've always hated the Niners. But I love George Kittle. Like, if Kelsey wasn't so good, Kittle would be my favorite tight end.
Is it because he loves wrestling with the Packers?
That's a lot of it.
Because his
He just has a good personality and a good work ethic, and he does more of the little things that Kelsey doesn't do. But Kelsey's production is just so high on the catching and touchdown side that he doesn't have to do as much of the blocking.
Right.
But Kittle will go run somebody off the field. It's like he doesn't care if he gets the ball or not.
He'll throw him out the club.
Oh yeah,
Your
he'll
body in the
blindside
club,
those
yeah.
fuckers. So
who's your pick?
my pick. History is not on my side with this pick
The goddamn Jets.
because this has never been done before. If I'm not mistaken, this has never been done in the NFL. There's never been. I don't think there's ever been a three-peat in a row. Did the Patriots do it?
No.
They had a year in between.
Well, the Bills went 4 years in a row and lost every year.
Well, that's a record I don't want to see my team replicate. But I'm picking the Chiefs to three-peat because I don't think it's been done,
I don't think it has been.
and that'd be what 4 Super Bowls in 6 years that they won, and then
It's insane.
Then they lost one, and then the Bengals lost the other one.
They lost to the Bucks.
So anyway, I am picking the Chiefs again because until somebody beats them, I'm never gonna not pick them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep riding that wave of momentum as long as I can. They did just pick up the fastest 40 time ever from the combine, even though he's a Texas guy.
Texas.
You're like fuck Xavier Worthy.
Fuck that guy.
I watched his 40 time. I watched a video of it the other day. He missed the record by like 3/100th of a second. They're like, I was watching Hard Knocks, the one about the Giants for this season, and it was all about the draft and the combine and stuff. And they were just like, if I was him, I would run again. I would try for that record. I'd try to break that record. And then everybody else is like, no, that's crazy. He's so fast. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't chance it. And then he's like, oh, I'm running again. And then his unofficial time was the exact same as the record. And then the official time was 1/100th faster than the previous record. So I think we're going to have Tyreek speed again, which is going to be scary because we managed to survive through a Super Bowl without it. We made it through a Super Bowl where nobody could catch the fucking ball, so for a whole season. So as long as everybody's catching the ball this year, I'm gonna pick them, and it's gonna hurt me because I would like to see the other team I'm gonna pick actually win the Super Bowl. It's not against my Chiefs. Who do you think it's gonna be?
It's gonna be the Lions.
Yep.
The Bears.
No, not the Bears. It's the Lions. I got
Caleb Williams slicing and dicing.
You know what? I'm picking the Bears. No.
Well, he is better than Drake May because he got drafted higher.
Minimum 4,000 yards and 50 touchdowns for Caleb.
And then they're going to give him 10% ownership in the team.
Yep.
I mean, if he does that good, might as well give him part of ownership of that team because that team's been abysmal for 35 years.
Yeah.
Their last good year was with Sexy Rexy.
Was it?
Rex.
Didn't Jay Cutler have like one good year with them, though?
Yeah.
Not good enough, but it was
But
like...
then he got hurt in the playoffs and the Packers beat him.
Yeah. He got picked off. BJ Raji ran it in.
I mean...
That was when the Packers won the Super Bowl.
The best quarterback...
Yeah.
The best quarterback that the Cowboys have had in the last almost 30 years has been Romo. I say almost 30 years because I think Troy Aikman's still in that 30-year span.
Barely.
Yeah.
By 3 years.
Yeah, just barely.
two or 3 years. So at the end of this decade, I can say 30 years was Romo. Because Dak ain't it.
Dak ain't it.
I'm glad Dak's the Cowboys starting quarterback, though.
Just till next year when they get
I don't have to worry
Sanders.
about him. Yeah.
Shooter Sanders.
I ain't worried about him either, though.
He's going to be 4-time Super Bowl winner.
Think so? Too much hype.
I don't like Colorado. I don't like Sanders.
He'll be a 4-time Super Bowl champion if he's sitting on the bench behind Mahomes.
He'll be sitting on the bench.
Carson Wentz is
Aaron Rodgers.
Carson Wentz is about to get his second ring. Old Big Dick Nick got it for him the first time.
Yeah, it's true. Does it make you mad that Aaron Rodgers is going to win it all this year?
No, because he's not going to.
He's going to.
He's not.
The Jets.
No.
The trade deadlines, they're gonna be doing well, and then the trade deadline's gonna get here, and then they're gonna get Devontae Adams from Oakland or Vegas.
Provided COVID toe doesn't sneak back up on him. Or if he does one of his experimental, drug escapes that he usually does.
Oh yeah, his retreat.
Yeah.
Well, you'll hear about it on the McAfee show.
Yeah.
If it happens. I'm sad. They just announced McAfee's replacement for WWE.
Who is it?
Was it Joe Tessitore?
Oh.
Who does he announce for UFC?
I don't know.
I don't remember. They just announced it, and He's going to be, whenever they go to Denver in a few weeks, he's going to be the new color commentator alongside Michael Cole. I'm just sad because WWE's been a lot of fun to watch. And Cole and McAfee's been a lot of fun to watch. And then he's going to be doing all things college football.
For the next
but I am
4 or 5 months.
Yeah, I am excited that college football is back.
Yep.
The video game and actual college football.
We actually have finally started our
Dynasties.
So
we all picked 3-star teams in different conferences.
I've got Syracuse.
And I have Iowa State, and Michael took
Minnesota
A.
And then our other buddy, Micah, which you've seen and heard, I think.
Other videos?
Yeah. He picked North Texas.
North Texas.
And he... I'm going to pick on him.
He struggled with a field goal.
He struggled with an FCS team.
But then who'd he beat? Texas Tech the next
Tech,
week?
yeah.
So...
How does that happen?
We don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
All I know is I'm not going to fault him for missing a field goal because...
Field goals suck.
I just don't kick them. It's like 4th and 20, games on the line.
I'm going for it.
I'm going to throw let's throw the vertical route.
Let's see what happens.
I'm going to hope that the defense plays zone so I can run with the quarterback. That's usually my go-to. But,
yeah.
I've made it almost through my road to glory. I'm halfway through junior season. I'm just hoping to have him done before Madden comes out in a few weeks. I think it's a few weeks.
Something like that.
Actually, I think it's like next week or a week and a half.
Might be next week.
It's coming soon.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to get through the rest of this season and my senior season so I can export him to the draft, assuming that that's going to be a thing this year.
I think he said it's supposed to.
It's supposed to be. Why would they bundle it together if it wasn't?
Right.
But
you did buy the bundle?
I did buy the bundle.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So you might be able to download it early.
Yeah, I think on the 16th.
Well, I mean, you might be able to download it now.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked.
I
don't have the space for it yet.
No.
He's got to do some...
I'll look at it later.
I'm going to have to delete Rebirth. I'm sad about that because I kind of gave up.
You gave up.
If you were struggling as bad as I was, you would have gave up too.
I was struggling. I powered through.
You didn't struggle as bad as I'm struggling.
I powered through and got that plat. I think I sent when I finally platted it. I think I sent you the video of it on Snapchat.
I know you sent a picture of the email.
I was like,
certificate.
I'm done. I deleted it.
Yeah.
Never again.
Never again.
So I'm not going to tell you to, or I'm not going to ask you to pick who's winning the national title this year, but I will ask, how do you think OU's going to do this year? I've talked to some friends and relatives that have opinions on their season because they're big OU fans, but I'm curious to see what you're thinking.
I want to say...
What's their schedule look like before I say something?
Well, you look at that while he...
I want to say just 3 losses, but I think 4.
Okay.
I think they'll have 4 losses.
So that'd be, 9-4? Is that, I don't even know how many
Something
games.
like that.
I don't even know how many games are in the season.
Wait, you said
anymore.
9-4?
I think they'll have 4 losses at the end of the year.
Who are they going to lose to?
Can't remember if they play 12 or 13
Well,
games.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably going to be LSU and Alabama. I mean, Alabama's kind of unknown right now because they don't have Nick Saban anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll have to see what this new coach is about. But, I mean, recent history, I just don't know. The Texas game, it's always up in the air.
Yeah.
So that's potentially one. It just depends on how good Tennessee is this year.
Yeah.
I've heard Auburn's going to be a tough place to play, but I truly don't know.
Is it bad that before I looked this up, I was going to say 4 losses? I was going to say 4.
So
I stick by it though.
I don't know. So my buddy Kyle was saying that they're thinking they're going to go like 500 or something. Like
Yeah.
not him, but like
Yeah.
a lot of analysts are saying that apparently.
Oh yeah.
With the move to the conference, he's like, I don't think they're going to be as good as we want. He's like, but I think they're going to be better than what people think.
I think so.
And that's a fair assessment, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because I originally, when they first announced it, I was like, oh, I think they're going to get murdered by a lot of people. But
They definitely got shafted on the schedule because if you look at Texas's and their schedules compared to each other, OU ended up getting the way harder schedule of the two.
yeah, so
Texas has to play Georgia, but
yeah,
other than that, they got the
And it's right after OU too.
they ended up getting the easier schedule of the two.
But they don't play Alabama.
they
at
get
all.
put on opposite sides of the bracket, or is there still two sides of the bracket?
I heard that there's like a pod that they're doing where like OU, Texas, Missouri, and I can't remember who the other team. It might be A&M or something.
So
not A&M.
So they're split
But
them
they're
into
supposed
quarters.
to play each
and
other
stuff.
every year. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I
it might
know-
be Florida. It might be Florida or
Okay.
something.
Because I knew OU didn't get Georgia this year unless it's in
No.
the SEC championship game. But yeah. So he was telling me that Texas picked up a lot of. I haven't kept up with anything. He said that Texas picked up a lot of the Bama players that were committed.
Yeah.
They all decommitted, and I guess a lot of them are going to Texas. So Texas actually might be a little better than they were last year from a talent
That's the
pool.
thing with Texas, though. They always have a really good recruiting class,
But they don't always.
but they don't handle success well.
Yeah. So we'll see how they do.
Was it 2012? Was that the last year? That was when Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy.
They played Alabama and lost. Or was that
2010.
Yeah.
So I think OU's got. They always got a shot against Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just a rivalry game. That's how it goes. I think they got a pretty good shot against Bama. Just because you don't know what Bama's going to put out this year.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
have
what
no
the
idea.
coach is going to put out. I actually think within a few years, I could see one. I think Georgia's going to be the new Bama for a while,
Oh, yeah.
but then I think what's his face might actually jump ship and go back to Georgia. Kirby Smart.
Oh, yeah.
I could see him going back now that Saban's gone.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I wouldn't. I would stay with Georgia, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm biased.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because the other day they were talking about conference realignment and just showing like all the new conferences.
Yeah.
And I was watching the Big 12 stuff, and it's just so weird seeing all these teams in the Big 12 now.
Yeah. It's kind of nice getting Colorado back, but not at the expense of what we lost.
Yeah, just seeing all these teams part of the Big 12 that, like, you would never think would ever have a shot at the Big 12.
Yeah.
It's
Wait,
crazy.
who jumped in now? BYU?
You got the Arizonas, Utah.
Both Arizonas?
Yeah,
Utah,
Colorado,
and UCF?
yeah. UCF joined last year.
Okay. So, obviously I'm biased and I want OSU to win it. I don't know that they will win the Big 12 this year, but that's who I
I think
want.
they got as good a chance as anybody.
I think
Yeah.
they're top 3 maybe in the Big 12. Also, it depends on what kind of year Ollie has.
yeah.
Because I know they're going to center the offense around him since he stayed. I'm trying to think of who else. I don't really
I gotta
know.
say Utah's got to be one of the top.
Yeah, because
teams.
they're usually pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, they were. Were they Pac-12 champions last year, or was that Oregon? I can't remember. I didn't pay too much
They
attention
were,
to
like, right there,
Pac-12,
though.
but like they were always at the top.
So I'm thinking. A lot of people are probably going to pick Colorado, which they like. I don't see why.
No, Colorado was a 4-win team last year.
they still got a ways
lost
to
a
go.
lot of
I
production.
was on their hype train for a little bit that first couple weeks, and then
They
I was-
were just barely getting by too. Though
I was ecstatic when they beat TCU in like the first week because I hate TCU.
Oh yeah, which I'm sure TCU will be top of that list. Or did they leave the conference?
No, they're still there.
They're still there. I know. College Football 25 has Texas Tech listed as a rivalry game for the Cowboys now.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's our big rivalry, which is funny because last year, whenever OU and Texas announced their exit, and they said that they're not going to continue Bedlam, at least not anytime soon, I was like, the smart thing for OSU is to make Texas Tech a rivalry game. There is some history there. I know, like, a lot of the douchebags that I work with that are big OU fans, they'll just be like, oh, it's the two second universities having a rivalry. But at the same time, they are, like, very similar, probably in recruiting power and everything else.
Yeah.
Team history and all that. Because I think OSU had potential. If Boone Pickens was still alive, we might have won a national title by now.
Yeah.
Or got close. Because that man funneled so much money into that program.
He really did.
And now with all this NIL stuff and being able to basically buy a team if you want, he probably would have bought a team by now.
Oh yeah.
we would have been set up for a chance.
Oh yeah. In the new NIL, era of football, he definitely missed his window.
Yeah.
Because he could have supplied a lot of money to those NIL organizations and gotten
some 5-star recruits
any
out of
players I think they could have wanted.
Yeah.
Like within reason,
Because I mean, he was Daddy Warbucks for sure. He had the money.
Would have been blue chips coming in left and right.
Yeah, that's always been our biggest struggle. Is like everybody wants to hate on Gundy as a coach for never getting over the hump, but like he takes 2- and 3-star players and makes them 3.5, 4-star players before they leave.
Yeah,
and like you can't expect them to take a 2-star and make them a 5-star.
Right.
It might happen, but it probably ain't gonna happen. I don't see anybody else doing it either.
Right.
So he's very good at development.
I mean, Kansas State does a really good job.
Yes, they're very good at it too. Which I don't know if they're still good at it because I know they had a new coach last year or year before.
Yeah, he's been in there since like 2019.
Okay, yeah. They're still pretty good at it then.
Yeah, he's got those guys always ready to play. I always hated playing Kansas State because
I think they're more of a philosophy-based team though.
Oh yeah.
Like they stay like everybody that comes in buys into his philosophy, and then they're always a solid team.
The way they play ball too, it was the same as when Snyder was the head coach. Just very methodical type game, and then they're gonna make the plays on special teams, and that's gonna be the difference.
Yeah, I'm nervous to see how this year goes. I'm ready for next season. Like. Try not to hate on Bowman too much, but I was really hoping he was done with college. He's got an arm. He definitely has an arm, but he's also just not the most mobile.
He's not an
guy.
athlete.
Yeah, he's had too many injuries, and it's not his fault. But I've seen. I mean, I didn't like Spencer Sanders.
Oh yeah.
So I was ready to move on from him, but. I wanted Gunner to get a real shot. I wanted the other. I think there's another Gundy coming up.
Like it.
I think there's another one coming up out of Stillwater who's like breaking a lot of records for that school.
Yeah.
Which are probably his brother's records. So I'd like to see him get a shot. But maybe that's a good thing. If he is going into college this year or next year, they can redshirt him, and Bowman should be gone by then. I think this is like his 7th year.
Yeah, he was. I remember
he had like 2 medical red shirts in a COVID year.
It seemed like he played against Kyler Murray.
Probably. Was that when he was in Michigan or Texas Tech?
Texas Tech.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it seems like he played against Kyler Murray when he was in college.
I mean, don't get me wrong. My favorite OSU quarterback of all time is
J.W. Walsh.
No, I hated him.
Wes Lunt.
No, I didn't like him either. I liked. I liked. Oh, God, no. I liked Clint Shelf a lot, but it was Brandon Whedon. His name was escaping me. You start throwing names out there. My brain was working a little hard. And he was 29 as a senior for the Cowboys. But,
he was a grandpa.
I was there 1 year. They could have won it.
That was the window that they should have won a national title.
Oh, yeah.
So, I still, that one still haunts me. But I have one more football story or topic to bring up, and we can put that to bed. Probably wrap up the pod at this point. It's been going on for an hour and a half.
We're nearing an hour.
Okay. Feels a lot longer. Anyway, did you know that Patrick Mahomes has another little brother?
Really?
That's not Jackson Mahomes. He's got a little brother that's good at football.
Really?
Yep. You're
not talking about that quarterback at Nebraska, are
He's
you?
not a quarterback. His last name is not even Mahomes. It's a half-brother.
Okay, yes, I've seen this.
He played for Rice, or Brown, and he's transferring to Rice.
Yep.
Because he decided to make football his priority.
Oh, yeah.
He's wanting to try to get into the league now. So how freaking cool
That
would it be? Because he's a receiver, too. He's not even a quarterback. So it'd be pretty freaking cool if Kansas City could get a hold of him.
You think he would?
Patrick probably hates him.
probably so.
He's like, you're probably as bad as my other brother. I don't want to be around you.
Man, he's his brother Jackson.
Yeah.
What
I try to forget he exists. I do a pretty good job at it. I usually never think about him until y'all bring him up.
I usually don't like to talk bad about, most pop culture individuals, but that guy's just a fucking terrible person.
He is. He would not be relevant at all if he wasn't Mahomes' brother.
Nope.
Yeah.
He would not.
Like, if Patrick Mahomes would have been a flop or a dud or whatever, nobody would even know who Jackson Mahomes is.
So, Doug, did you see this? This is Dylan Raiola. This is Nebraska's quarterback.
Is he a butt fumbler?
He is trying very hard to channel Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah, I hate it.
Tyreek Hill made fun of him online for it.
Good. I mean,
But
I make fun of Tyreek a lot.
But yeah, this kid,
this
he's
kid.
trying really hard to steal the Patrick Mahomes look.
They're like, how many baby Miami Dolphin jerseys are you gonna have to buy this year?
Right?
I think he's got like 3 or 4 people pregnant at the same time, including his wife. Like, what the hell? I don't get it.
Not a big Tyreek fan, but
I am not either.
I am not either. Even though he was OSU and a Chief.
yeah.
Like, he's right there for me to love him, but nah.
Then he made an ass of himself.
Yeah. He went to go get that bag instead of
More chips.
getting the chips. So now I hope he doesn't get another chip for the rest of his career.
He'll get one if he goes to the Jets.
Maybe. It'd have to be this year, though.
The goddamn Jets.
Jets.
He'll get another one if he comes back to Kansas City on that Juju contract. You're getting the veteran minimum, and you're only playing as a decoy. You won't see the ball much.
I would accept Tyreek on the Buccaneers though. That'd be a pretty scary receiving group.
Yeah, Mike Evans and insert fast guy here.
and don't forget Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was there. I forgot.
Yeah.
He used to be a Lion, right? Was it he a Lion?
I don't remember where he was beforehand, or if he's always. I don't.
No, I'm thinking Golden Tate.
Yeah.
But yeah, Godwin's a really good receiver too. He was hurt most of last year.
They did really well without him.
Yeah. Mike Evans is all he needs. Just chuck it up to Mike Evans.
Yeah, but it would be nice to have somebody to take a little bit off.
Yeah.
If you have a fast guy like Tyreek that demands more defense away from Mike Evans, Mike Evans' production is going to be even more insane than it already is. And it's insane for the fact that you know that's where the ball's going and he still gets it.
I don't like Tyreek so much so that I'm petty enough where whenever I play Madden, I don't even want to use him. I'm like, I don't even want you on my team. I don't even want to throw the ball to you.
I just like having, like, so when I would play Madden and I would do, like, my recruiting, I would just go through and scout a bunch of receivers, and I would only scout them for speed. I didn't care what if they could catch or run routes or anything.
The fast guys.
I was looking for somebody that had like 97 or above speed. And I would get like 2 or 3 of them. Like, all right, here's my new receiver.
62 overall.
I put my best catcher in the slot position. Put the fast guy on the ends, run verticals.
Because I knew Boomer was a big fan of Brett Favre and TJ Yates.
Oh, Favre.
True.
In the old Maddens, I used to get both of them and put them on the bench behind Brady so they couldn't win anything.
Well, they got a lot of rings. Just no stats.
They got rings, but no playing time. Well, Brett Favre got to hold the ball for extra points.
I loved Boomer's like fake field goal pass. I loved Brett Favre.
Coverage.
I loved Brett Favre in the like NFL quarterback club in '64. It makes no sense, but that game had to be broken. It was not accurate at all because I would always play as the Packers because Brett Favre was on the cover. So I'd always play as them, and I'd use Brett Favre, and I would just run a quarterback draw for the whole game.
It's a Boomer dude pick up 200 yards rushing with Favre.
I did. That's what I did. I mean, I won championships. And then I replayed that game about 3 years ago. I got a copy of it from Game Exchange, took it home and popped it in, was playing it. I was like, this is why I ran quarterback draw all the time. You can't throw the ball. I kept throwing the ball and it wouldn't even be close. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. This game sucks. How are we good at this when we were kids? That's all you know. Blitz was where it was at, though.
That's true.
Drop a leg drop on somebody.
Yep.
I like pick them up and slam them. German suplex. Love it. God dang, dude.
He's trying to show me something. He was trying to show me a wounded baby bird.
A wounded baby bird.
Damn.
Well, before we wrap this up,
That 10 minutes turned into like half
an hour, like half the pod. I knew it would. If you fast forwarded this far, thank you.
It didn't end in 10 minutes.
No, now we're gonna talk about some TV stuff before we wrap it up. Because there are some things coming this month that are pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do tell.
Have you been watching That 90s Show at all?
I've not.
Oh.
It's pretty funny.
Oh.
It's not. I mean, the first part's kind of tinged with some of the
older
cast. Fez and Kelso and Jackie all make appearances.
Oh, yeah?
But season 2 so far only has Donna. And then Red and Kitty. Yeah, Leo, but I mean, everybody loves Chong.
Yeah, that's true.
Tommy Chong's goated. So,
Bob.
Yeah, Bob's in this one a lot. But I just meant like that main cast of the younger people that have all the controversy. Topher Grace apparently was the only innocent one out of all of them. Donna's reformed, though. So Donna's been in it, Bob's in it, Red and Kitty, and then it's mostly the new cast. But it all takes place with Red and Kitty, so it's freaking funny. The driving episode where they're teaching her how to drive. It's so fucking funny. Bob, Red, and Kitty are all in the car together teaching Eric's daughter how to drive, and like it just progressively gets worse as the next one tries to take over, and then Kitty's like taking pictures of her about how to wreck. But anyway, part 2 of season 2, so I guess it'd be part 3. I don't know how they're calling it, but they split season 2 into 2 parts.
Yeah.
Part 2 was supposed to come out in October. They bumped it up to August 22nd.
So that's like right around.
So I'm excited to get to watch that. I'm kind of bummed because it makes me nervous that they're probably about to cancel it, and I'm actually enjoying it. Or maybe they're just trying to push everything faster because Red and Kitty are much older actors, and maybe they either don't want to do it or they don't want to. They don't want to be halfway through a show and lose one of them or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what their motivations are, but Netflix, I tend to be inclined that they're going to cancel it because that's just what they do. Most of their shows run 3 seasons, though.
3 and out.
3 and out. That's their typical formula. I know, like, Cobra Kai went a lot further.
It's on season 6.
Yeah, Stranger Things went further. But they were, like, mega hits for them. But, like, all the Marvel stuff, nothing went more than 3 seasons with them.
To be fair, Cobra Kai was on YouTube Red for 2 seasons.
Okay.
So this is the 4th season with Netflix.
With Netflix.
But
so they made it an extra season?
They're writing it to end.
Yeah.
So
it made a 4th season with them, which is impressive because, like I said, they don't usually go past the 3rd season on anything. Not anymore, anyway. Like, Daredevil was great. All 3 seasons were great, and then they still canceled it. But that's because they didn't want to pay the money for the licensing, I guess. But anyway, that's coming out, and then you probably haven't watched this one either, but Rings of Power Season 2 comes out on August 29th.
I don't even know what it is.
It's a Lord of the Rings thing. It's on Prime.
Okay.
Don't worry, I haven't watched it.
It's the prequel. It dates
Gotcha.
back before. It actually dates back to when Galadriel was younger and, like, a warrior, actual warrior. And, like, before Sauron came to power the first time. So the only person that has in it from, like, the actual Lord of the Rings so far, Isildur's in it. Isildur's dad is in it. I can't remember his name right now. And then Galadriel and Elrond are both in it. But completely different actors because they're young.
Right.
But so it's got enough names that you recognize to where like, I just love living in that world. Like, everything's still, it looks like Middle Earth. It looks like Lord of the Rings. It's some form of new content in the Lord of the Rings world, and I enjoy it. That's why I want the new Harry Potter show, because I just I want new content.
You want that escape
in that world.
That's going to be on, like, repeat.
Yeah, because this world sucks.
Fuck this world.
Yeah.
So have they got the main cast?
You know, I had heard that they had people picked, but I haven't seen anything official in months.
They need to hurry up.
But I haven't been looking,
because isn't it supposed to come out next year?
That's the rumor. We'll see. It's probably gonna get delayed. I don't really know. Let me see. Harry Potter.
Harry Twatter.
TV series.
Harry Squatter.
Harry Squatter.
It's due to hit HBO in 2026.
2026. It's too far. It needs to, like, happen now.
Yeah.
Did you know? I thought about this the other day because I was thinking about the movie Holes.
Yeah.
If Sigourney Weaver had wanted to, she could have had a career in porn. And if Sigourney Weaver's her real name, she could have called herself So Horny Beaver.
I like it.
I thought about that the other day. I was like, that would be a pretty good name.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is a lie. It says they have Harry, Ron, Hermione, McGonagall, Malfoy, Lucius Malfoy, Snape, and Dumbledore all cast. And this ain't accurate. Because it looks like fan names, and I'm just like, that ain't. So I don't know who Toby Wolf is, but that's who they have for Harry Potter.
Fuck you, Toby.
We can Google that name.
Bront Carmichael as Hermione. Toby. Josh Pickering as Ronald. Helen Mirren as McGonagall. As soon as I read her name, I was like,
That's the
pretty sure
only
that's
name
fake.
I know.
Toby is a London-based child actor who already has a wealth of screen experience.
Yeah, I recognize his face from
got
the
a
last
very-
time I read this.
He's got a very punchable face.
They have Helen Mirren is McGonagall. That's already where I thought this was fake.
Has been
And then the
suggested
next
by
one is
fans.
Tom Felton as Lucius Malfoy. I'm like, yeah, that's fake. And then the next one was Adam Driver as Severus Snape. I was like, I've seen that fan casting everywhere.
Says the actor's already 13. So
he
by
does
the
play the
time
part
that
of an
gets
emo
started,
kid
he's
pretty
already
good, though.
Yeah, you say that, but like a lot of these, like Jason Earls from Hannah Montana was in his 40s and he was playing a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Well,
He was John Cena's age, and
We
he
never
was playing.
knew he was that old, though.
No, but I'm just
Not at
saying,
the time,
like he's 13,
Going
and I know Harry's supposed to start at 11, but it's not gonna. Like, if he looks young, and it'll be okay. Now, if he like hits puberty and then gets like completely huge in the middle of the show,
He'd be like, "Hey, Hermione."
Harry Potter and the Prisoners of Puberty.
What'd you guys think of Robert Downey Jr. being Doctor Doom?
How?
There's only one person I would have rather seen.
Who?
Johnny Depp. I actually think he would have been a pretty cool one. Like, that just popped into my head, but I was like, I kind of like the idea now.
You need to call
It's going to
him
be
up,
interesting
recast.
how they're going to do this. So, I'm just curious how it's going to pan out.
That's me too.
Have you guys watched Deadpool yet?
No.
Are you guys going to go watch Deadpool? I've already told you the spoiler,
Yeah,
though.
you already did.
I'm probably gonna wait until it streams.
There's a surprise person in there that was pretty awesome. There's actually two. And I don't know if you want me to spoil it or not.
Spoil
So, okay. So,
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
yeah, if you haven't watched it by now, I'm sorry. They brought Gambit in,
Oh yeah.
and it's Channing Tatum. after like his movie got canceled, I guess Ryan Reynolds was like, well, let's at least get him in this movie.
Yep.
So he's in it as Gambit in the original like
Does
cartoon
Does
Gambit.
he have the accent?
Yes, and it's the
Nice.
funniest thing because like half the time you can't understand what he's saying. It sounds like a bunch of
My name's Joe.
gibberish, and like even Deadpool says something about it. He's like, "What are you even saying?" It's like you're not making any sense. There's like memes and TikToks where they're using the audio. He's like, people gonna what do you say? Like people gonna talk about this day or something. I'm about to. I don't know. I think I sent one to y'all. I watched one earlier.
I saw one where they compared him to the fucking lightning bug on the Princess and the Frog. Or
That's
whatever.
pretty accurate. Yeah. And I'm about to make a name for myself. But he's got like the thing that goes up his neck, like his vest looking thing, and his trench coat, and he does the whole card trick stuff.
Oh yeah.
Much better than the one from X-Men Origins. I hated that Gambit.
Low bar to clear on that
It
one.
was very low bar to clear. So he's in it, and like that one was a big surprise for me. Elektra is in it. Jennifer Garner.
Yep.
Which that would have been a really cool surprise for me if it didn't get spoiled before I saw it. Like I would have had no idea, but I saw it on TikTok before. And then Chris Evans is in the movie.
Is he really?
Oh yeah. And it's some funny shit because he's got a cloak on. He's in the void, which you'd have to watch Loki to understand what that even is. But it's in the TV series Loki. Anyway, he's in the void, and he's like cloaked up to where you can't tell. But there's like, oh my god, it's Captain America, and they're getting ready to fight, and he jumps down. He's like, just stay behind me. I got this. And he's like, I just got like 2 words to say or 2 words for you or something. And Deadpool's like, oh my gosh, I've always wanted this. He's like, what? And he's like, Avengers Assemble. And he's like, no, Flame On. he's a fucking Fantastic Four. And I was like, oh my god, that was great. That one blew me like away. I was shocked. But overall, that movie's great. I'm gonna watch it like 27 times when it comes out.
I've heard some good reviews.
Yeah, I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see it.
Ryan Reynolds doesn't disappoint.
No. Somebody at work said that it was a little long in the tooth in some spots, but it's like I didn't care.
Yeah, I heard it was gratuitous in some areas, but my dad watched it the other day on. Someone streamed it on YouTube before it got pulled down. Yeah, he watched pretty much the whole movie. Yeah, he liked it a lot.
A lot of people find it on TikTok, but I haven't went looking for it.
Yeah,
I just know we went and watched it the day it came out.
Yeah, he watched like the whole thing. He's like, I loved it. He loves Deadpool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was pretty great.
Are you okay?
I'm great.
All right, now that I've drug this out long enough,
Floor is yours.
take it home.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on good old Facebook at Don't Write Back Show. And, yeah. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one.